Did we hit our last call?
Yes. I'm going to do the imagewhisper.org, which is for fact-checking database for known verified fake images. And they have some other stuff up there too to play around with, but we see a lot of images and looking at the images, so I thought that was appropriate.
Okay.
I don't know if this book goes well with this one, but How to Rule the World, an Education and Power at Stanford University. And because you had just mentioned Gisela winning a Polk Award, this kid, youngest ever to win a Polk Award, the president, Stanford president, had to resign because of this kid's work as a freshman, a 17-year-old freshman. The book is,
Ow.
I had to put it down because I got so frustrated at certain times. I think all of us should read this book because whistleblowing tips, his parents are world famous journalists, but he never thought he would go into journalism.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, it's really, really good. And I could see why he didn't win the award for the book, but he just actually graduated from Stanford. And people thought after his freshman year, he would not go back. I went to a game at Stanford when I was a freshman at USC. And I said something to my mom like, oh, Stanford's really nice. And she's like, would you want to transfer? Now, I probably wouldn't have been able to transfer. But back in the day, in the 80s, Stanford was competitive, but not like it's less than 3% of people get in. And this book is frightening. It is absolutely frightening. The most powerful attorney, literally practically in the world, takes on this kid. And the attorneys that support the Stanford Daily, he's a writer for the Stanford Daily newspaper. It's fascinating. I have a couple of friends that I've said, you have to read this book. Like, it's a must read.
Okay, so I have a question.
I know I've got to get in my Amazon now and be like,
Yeah.
Why did the president have to quit?
Have to resign because he had some papers that the data was questionable. It's a lot more complicated than that, but basically he worked at Genentech, and so it's just, you guys, it's like, oh God. I mean, I'd read it and I'd have to put it down. I'd get so agitated, but then I'm like, I got to find out what's happening. And a 17-year-old kid to be able to do this. And also, I don't think he ever slept. I've heard him on podcasts. I
just put it in my Amazon cart.
Well, and my daughter, when she was like 16, she asked me to buy her a Stanford sweatshirt. And I'm just going to say, thank God my daughter didn't go to Stanford. Not that she would have got in with 3%, but like, and my husband got turned down from Stanford for his PhD program, and his advisor at UW eventually went and was a professor. Now he's emeritus at Stanford. It's just, the book is fascinating. Like, and Cynthia, because you're in the Bay Area, you got to read it. It's just,
tell me the name of it again.
How to Rule the World, an Education and Power at Stanford University by Theo Baker, youngest Polk Award winner ever.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
I literally did put it in my Amazon cart. So
I have it open right here, so I'm looking at it. I haven't put it in the cart. But I usually do Audible, so.
It'd probably be good as an Audible.
Yeah,
it'd probably be really good as an Audible.
Or on Libby.
I have to listen to this sampling. Sometimes the audibles will put me to sleep. It's like, it depends on the voice.
I'm obsessed with the Audible stuff. Or Libby.
Well, mine is about, so Interpol. They actually have a lot of really good resources out there, and I don't think people always think of them. I found them to be very cooperative on the digital forensic side. I've helped with a couple of their papers that they've put out for the community. But for this one, because we're in a theme here, they have a stolen works of art database, which I thought was pretty cool. I'll actually
Mhm.
put the link in our OSINT cocktail portal as a resource for people. But you can look up the property, the different flags and notices associated with it. So I thought it was really kind of interesting. I'm like, there's a lot more stolen art out there than I would have thought.
Yeah, interesting.
Big
And can you
business.
imagine investigating that?
I think it would be so cool.
I
It's kind of
would,
like
we should
the
do something
Thomas
about
Crown
that.
affair.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
I love that show.
yes. Yeah.
My last call is oldmapsonline.org. So you can actually research the older maps, and they go way back, and you can grab a location and page through the older maps of that specific location.
Ooh,
Oh, that's
that's
very
neat.
cool. Was it
Yeah.
Old Maps Online?
Oldmapsonline.org.
.org.
Okay.
Oh, fascinating.
Yeah.
Now I want to look at my house on an old map. See what
I
was
know.
here
You can look at
before.
your location. You can go look at, the locations from the movie, and yeah,
Hmm,
see
very
what the maps were like back in the 1700s and 1800s.
Sure.
Oh, fascinating.
Mhm.
Very cool.
All right.
Well,
I'll go
I think
for that
that's
one.
it for today.
Make sure you guys subscribe at osintcocktail.com. Remember all of our cool URLs because it is hard to catch them in the episodes as we say them. We
Yeah.
post them in our free portal with all of our episodes. So it's a great way to have a reference resource as well. And we have Kelly's book club because Kelly always has a new book. It's fascinating that she could read so fast.
I know, and she gets the best ones, and so I don't.
Yeah.
I just, what is Kelly reading now? Okay, let's look that up on the.
Mhm.
I know I take all the books that you recommend that I finish reading and I donate them to my local library. So I feel I'm diversifying my library's
Oh,
resources because I have a
there
very
you
tiny
go.
library here. So,
That's nice.
It's awesome.
oh, awesome. Well, I will see you guys next week.
All right, see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.